Yes, drive your feet into the floor. Drive your feet into the floor. Yeah, that's where your power is. Nice.
Just 11 days before UFC 196, Dos Anjos withdrew from competition after suffering a broken foot. He was the fourth opponent to pull out of a scheduled bout against McGregor in the last 8 fights.
1, 2, 3 to the top. Nice.
With Dos Anjos went Conor's dreams of a second belt.
If I'm being honest, I was sick to my stomach. Maybe I play too much into the mental warfare. Maybe I need to tone that back. Maybe I need to get them to the octagon.
Nate Diaz had just returned from a food and fun-filled vacation in Cabo San Lucas, and the McGregor fight was only 10 days away. But when the UFC called with an offer, Diaz didn't hesitate.
And my wife demanded a fight. Yeah, I'll take the fight. What do you think? No, I'm not gonna fight because I was eating too much food the other day. No, we're gonna fight. I'm a fighter. I said I'm gonna fight that fight.
The only catch was that the fight would be at 170 pounds. McGregor held the 145-pound belt and planned to fight Dos Anjos at 155. This would be an unprecedented jump in weight in very little time.
I was on a strict nutrition plan. I ripped it up and threw it out the window, and I began ordering steaks, rice, cookies and coffee, post steak and rice. Oh, there's nothing like a full belly.
The pre-fight anticipation began, as did McGregor's signature first stage of warfare.
Everyone else went running. So, Nate, congratulations. You're rich now. You did it. You know, most people, when they get that red panty night on me, they ring home to their wife. Baby, we did it. Nate rings Nick. Baby, we did it.
I heard a lot of he was saying, and I was just like, all right. This stage? Did you just like write this down or something?
He's like a little gangster from the hood. He makes gun turns with the right hand and animal balloons with the left hand.
But unlike McGregor's previous opponents, Nate Diaz was also a black belt in talking trash.
You. I don't give a what you said.
It's a fight game. What do you think? Someone's not gonna just talk a bunch of to you?
I don't give a either. Give a either.
Conor and Nate now join us. Conor, did you change your approach once it got named Nate for your fight?
The only approach I changed is I dug the grave a little bit wider, a little bit longer for Nate's skinny, fat, long body. I'll ride into Stockton and take everyone out.
Nate, could you reach out and swing at each other right now?
No, he's hiding somewhere. I don't know where the
Who do you train with? You got that little goofy with you?
Who do you train with? I'd slap the head off your whole team one by one. You and your big brother.
Playing touch butt with that dork in the park.
Stalked him like my prey. Now I have him, and Saturday night I will eat his carcass in front of his little gazelle friends, and they can do absolutely nothing.
Regardless of whatever happens or whatever anybody says, you still have to fight. You better whip my ass for all that you talk, you know?
Back in Las Vegas for one of the biggest fights in UFC history. McGregor versus Diaz.
Nate Diaz, in my opinion, is going to be the most difficult test of Conor McGregor's career. He's not going to get shaken, he's not going to get rattled, he's not going to get dwarfed by the moment.
I have one for sure thing that I wasn't going to plan on getting tired in that fight. I'm like, I'll take some shots, but you know what I'm saying? I see a lot of people take the short notice fights, and then they lose, and then they're like, I was out of shape, I was called on 2-week notice, and that's the last thing I wanted to ever say. You know, I'm like, I'd rather fall, you know, rather get knocked out.
All right, gentlemen, we've been over the rules. Protect yourself at all times. Follow my instructions. Touch gloves if you wish. Let's do this.
Not a chance. Not a chance. Here we go.
I never engage in a feeling out process. I march my opponent down, I back him up against the fence, and I tee off on him.
Conor the aggressor here early.
his entire career. No one has ever backed him up against the fence the way I did or marched him around the octagon the way I did.
Pop that down, Nate. Your hands up.
Conor keeps going to that uppercut. There you go, right there. Conor advancing pretty much the whole fight. Oh! Got him with a good one there.
Usually people tip and run against the Diaz brothers, but I marched forward and began teeing off on him.
Conor's busting Nate up, but he will fight until he can't fight any longer.
I knew that if he uses reach and just don't get crazy with him, don't burn himself out the first round, it'll get him in later rounds.
That one landed clean.
So, I was just getting through the round and thinking to myself, like, it's just gonna get better for me, you know.
Round one in the books.
You're looking beautiful.
As time was gonna go on, I felt like it was gonna just get better for me, but it just flopped. You know what I'm saying?
Round two.
Good 1-2 by Nate.
I been Steph Curry with the shot, been cooking with the sauce, Chef Curry with the pot, boy.
You heard him. He's wobbling.
With the wrist, boy.
And he senses it. That's another connection.
All up on TV, I thought it made me richer. Wasn't paying me enough, I needed something quicker.
And another left. And again with a combination. Oh!
It went 100 to 0 real quick.
I go 0 to 100 real quick.
Diaz gets the mouth. My goodness.
0 to 100 real quick. Real quick.
That's it. He's got
0
the
to
jump.
100.
He's up. He's up. He's dead. Diaz beats Conor McGregor.
Real quick. Real quick. Real quick.
Oh my goodness. What a night, ladies and gentlemen. What a night.
The boy got lucky. That's it. He got very, very lucky. You might say he hit the lotto.
Nate Diaz.
They thought he was untouchable, huh? They were putting him out like he was unstoppable. If that's what you call exposed, I figure he was exposed.
You just shook up the world. How's that feel?
Hey, I'm not surprised.
The mystique of Conor McGregor ended to the beat of tap, tap, tap. Nate Diaz's plan succeeded, and he was ready to collect.
That was the plan. That's the way it's going down.
I told you I'm the only one that gets the job done.
And then all of a sudden he's shooting. He's shooting for a takedown. And I'm like, oh, you're a wrestler now.
This one is for your liars and your joking.
The Conor McGregor killer, Nate Diaz.
After the fight, Justin Bieber, who we all go to for sports advice,
I'm a believer.
No, you're not. He tweeted this thing right here, still the champ.
Bieber walks up right now, you say what to him?
Smack.
Yeah, fool.
You're a Snapchat.
I admit that I picked in front of thousands of people on Facebook before that Conor McGregor is going to beat you in the second round. No.
I'm at the top, so it's their call. What's next? We'll see what happens.
It's all over now. I told you it was gonna happen.
UFC 196 put together just 10 days before it took place.
All right, Dana, the show will go on. So, who is McGregor going to fight?
He will fight Nate Diaz.
Ended up setting the MMA world ablaze. He was a marvel of unscripted drama. The last-minute opponent change, the build-up, the intrigue, the momentum swings.
Oh, got him with a good one there.
And finally, the shocking result.
He tapped! He tapped! He tapped! Diaz beats Conor McGregor!
Conor McGregor was vanquished, and Nate Diaz had been knighted.
Tonight was one of those nights. This was a fight. This is what this thing was built to be.
What a night, ladies and gentlemen.
So many celebrities tonight were interacting, and everybody's standing around going, holy, total
totally blew my mind.
I feel shocked. I feel upset.
Conor McGregor lost.
Can't believe
I'll be waiting for the rematch.
You gotta put him in against Nate again, because that's the big money rematch.
Everybody's still talking about it. We're talking about a rematch. We're talking about the shock. We're talking about the submission.
There's no doubt that the fight to make that everybody wants to see is the rematch with Conor and Nate.
I can tell you what's so interesting about what you guys do is that you guys are similar to the Game of Thrones.
Whoa!
Oh, here we go. Where the star of the show can get killed at any time.
But no one wanted that fight more than Conor McGregor.
I wanted to get that one back. How could I slap a guy's face all around the octagon for 8 minutes and then lose that way? It stung, and I must get that back, so that's what I'm going to do.
There was speculation that the rematch would be at lightweight, 155 pounds. But McGregor quickly squashed the rumors.
What kind of fighter would I be if I lose to a man at a specific weight, and then I say, okay, you got me at that weight, but I'll beat your ass at the lower weight? The fight must take place exactly as it was before, and we must run it back. The fight will take place at 170 again.
Nate Diaz said yes. The rematch was on.
I demanded the fight, I got the fight, I won the fight, and now look at it. It's a big money fight. That's the biggest fight there is. That's the biggest fight there was ever.
I'm the commander. And this beat up loyal soldiers you see up close and ready to die on a aircraft carrier. Oh yes.
When McGregor and Diaz go again, even though it won't be for a belt, there's no doubt that both fighters will leave it all on the octagon floor.
To me, the best fighters don't have the belts. The best fighters to me are the best fighters who put on the best fights, who put on an entertaining fight. Everybody else is like, I want to fight for the belt and hold it as many times as you want. It's like, no one want to hear all that same you heard somebody else say. With the experience I got, I feel like I never want to fight people who just go out there to win the fight and get by, you know. Punch, run, move, circle, grab a hold, hold on. I won. Thank God. They're crying in the corner. Keep crying for it. Made it out alive. Should be crying.
The highly anticipated rematch was originally scheduled for UFC 200 in July. That was until the tweet heard round the world.
Something has hit the internet that I need to show you, I guess. It may or may not be legit, but...
Conor McGregor, 12 minutes ago, decided to retire. At least that's what his Twitter account says. I'll read it to you. I've decided to retire young. Thanks for the cheese. Catch yous later. All right. Maybe not as artistic as Peyton Manning's retirement speech?
The news hit TV and social media like a tsunami. Speculation built 140 characters at a time. Some celebrated, others were skeptical. The one certainty was that no one had any idea what the hell had happened.
You know what this feels like to me? A disagreement with Dana White and Conor McGregor.
His tweet is the biggest tweet by an athlete this year. Beat Kobe Bryant's retirement tweet.
What is going on here with Conor McGregor?
Conor did not want to come to Las Vegas and film the commercial or be a part of any of the marketing that we have, and that's not possible.
This sets a precedent. You can't let someone decide what press they do and what press they don't do.
You know, this is one of those things for whatever reason it is, and I don't know, he doesn't want to come out here and do this press conference and didn't want to do this tour.
Dana White's position has been very, very simple. He says, I cannot allow a different set of rules for him than anybody else.
The UFC 200 press conference marched on with the rest of the key players. But instead of the trademark Conor McGregor flair, confidence, and wit, all we got was an empty chair.
Just to be clear, is Conor still in the running? Couldn't he say yes, or are we closing the door entirely and saying Conor McGregor is ruled out of UFC 200?
I just don't see how that's fair. You know what I mean? He came in from Stockton, you know, days ago, Poland, you know, Brazil, and the list goes on and on, where these people have come from all over the world. It's not right. You can't not show up for this stuff. You can't do it.
Hey, Nate, Conor just tweeted something that makes it seem like that he's at least watching this press conference. You got anything to say to him if he's watching?
What did he tweet?
He tweeted something to the effect of he respects everybody making it.